Hello guys, welcome back to Hangar 51. So today we're going to review, well, we're not going to review a little bit, unbox. We're going to do an unboxing of the ROES 1100 millimeter T-28. Been wanting this plane for a long time. He finally did a sale again, buy two, get $30 off each plane, so I bought me one. So I got this in the Corsair. The Corsair unboxing will be next. But today we're just going to do this one. So let's get this baby out of the box. I have not even seen it yet, guys. Pretty excited. I love T-28s. So for you guys that don't know this, there's at least three different style T-28s. And maybe you've only seen the one style that's ugly. I think it's ugly. And not the two that look good. And if that's the case, then you need to look again and make sure that you've seen the difference between a good looking one and an ugly one. And I'm going to show you what the difference, what to look for, and that'll tell the story. Okay. So it'll take a minute though, because it's on the fuselage. We got to get to it. So, all right. So the first thing we're going to get out of the box is the wing. And right off the bat, guys, I got to tell you, again, you cannot see the foam. The paint on this metallic silver, same paint they used on the Mustang. You cannot detect the foam. Okay, so I'm seeing just a tiny bit right here on this part of the wing, right there. But everything else is so smooth, it's metallic, so it's disguising the foam, so that you don't see the foam cells. It doesn't look like a foam airplane. It's beautiful. I mean, the paint on this thing is just beautiful. You know, the decals, the paint. Looks like they got the decal on crooked. It's okay. I mean, it's a matter of opinion, I guess. I generally like my wing decals straight here, not following the leading edge. This one is following the leading edge, kind of. Not a big deal. Not gonna, you know, not gonna complain or nothing. I just something I, you know, noticed that had I put the decal on, I would have made the decal straight to the, you know, 90 degrees to the fuselage, not follow the taper of the leading edge of the wing. That's just me, okay? And they did the same thing on the bottom too. So anyway, not a big deal. Maybe that's the way they are in the real one. There is a real T-28 that looks like this. I did have to go look it up because it's such a unique paint scheme. I've never seen that before. And so I did look it up, and yes, there is a real T-28 that looks like this. So over here we have a very scale 3-bladed prop. Love that. It's got the square edges and the painted white and red stripes on it. Awesome. Love that. Very nice. Okay. Over here we got a carbon fiber spar for the elevator surfaces. Let me get that out of the box. So this tiny little carbon fiber spar here. Okay, that's going to go obviously on the elevator. Down here we've got all the bits. There's looks like the wing screws, maybe the spinner screw. The prop hub is here. Okay, here I've got maybe some decals that didn't come on the plane. Oh yeah, the naked girl, just dreaming. So they didn't put the naked girl on the plane. You have to put it on yourself. Nothing wrong with that. I totally get that, and I totally respect that. So I have absolutely no complaints there. At least they give it to you, and if you want it on the plane, you can put it on the plane, and if it's offensive to you, and you don't want it on the plane, you don't have to put it on the plane. And I think that's a very noble way to handle it, and I have no issues with that whatsoever. I think that's fantastic. At least they give it to you and let you decide. You know, I was very upset with Dynam about that because they didn't put the swastikas in the box, and for the tail, even though the tail shows it on the box, it's that the swastika's on it. They don't include the decal. I get it. It's offensive to some people. I totally understand. If you bought the airplane and it had that swastika in the box, you could throw the swastika away and not put it on the plane. But the rest of us that want scale, authentic, you know, decaling, we would like to be able to put it on the box. And when they take that away, just like these naked girls, you know, okay, so it's offensive to somebody. It's not offensive to me. I want it on the plane. So I think that's a great way to handle it. I wish Dynam would have handled it that way. So here we go. Boy, this is a beautiful airplane. God, I got to tell you. You know, at first I wasn't really crazy about this color scheme, but it's really grown on me. And I really like it. I really, really like it. So a little bit of damage right here. Just some slight impressions, which is really funny that this came in a foam box, and my Dynam plane comes in a cardboard box, and there's no damage on the Dynam plane. And this one that's in a a mold injected foam box has damage on it. So that just cracks me up. You know, I don't know what you guys think, but I guarantee it takes a lot of resources, money, for lack of a better word, to design this foam box just to put the airplane in. And Dynam's proven that you don't need it. You can get these planes in people's hands without damage just by putting them in cardboard boxes. So it's not the foam, the cost of the foam that's the problem with these boxes. It's the labor and the designing to design the box so that everything fits in it. You know, that had to take some hours of paying somebody to design this box. Whereas, cardboard box, you just, open it, put the plane in it, and you're done. So, I gotta tell you, it's impressive. It's very impressive. The Dynam planes come no damage. And here I've got these impressions on the top of it, which, okay, realistically, it probably didn't happen in the box. Probably handled it, it happened when the guy was putting the plane in the box, but still, it just goes to show that, you don't need a foam, molded foam box to get the plane in your hands without damage. It can be done. And Dynam's been doing it for years. So, alright, so let's get this silly box out of the way, and I'm going to show you the difference between the three different levels of the T-28. And it all revolves around the radial motor. Okay? So, this has a radial motor in it, radial engine. Okay, and okay, let's just get technical for a half a second here. Okay, a motor is an electrical motor. An engine is internal combustion. It's a minor little technicality that a lot of people want to call me out on. So yes, this has a motor in it, but the real plane has an engine in it, and this is what's called a radial engine. Okay, this round cylinders. You got cylinders going. The cylinders aren't in a row like on a Mustang. Going down the sides. They're in a circle around it. That's what makes this a radial engine. Okay, now the difference between the three T-28s is the first version had the smallest motor in it, or engine, okay, and it pretty much stopped at this line here, okay. This extension here was for the bigger motors, so it was cut off here. It was very flat, very blunt, and it was just a horrible looking engine, I thought, or plane. I can't stand that version of the T-28. Then the second version was longer, probably out to about here, and had this rolled in, you know, kind of rolled in nose. And then the latest version, I think, is this one, where it's even longer and rolled way in. So the, you know, half the cylinders are actually blocked by the fairing of the nose. Where on the first version, where it was cut off here, the whole radio was exposed. I mean, it was behind the lip, but nothing covering over it. You could see the full, you know, the jugs. You know, and I never liked that T-28. I like this version. This is like the Carbon Z has this kind of nose on it, where it's really tapered down, and it's covering half of the jugs, and it gives you that sleeker, that longer, sleeker nose. And this is the version I like. So, and we've got Captain Mike at the helm, guys, at the controls. So good for Captain Mike. Beautiful. God, I'm telling you guys, what a beautiful airplane. Very, very nice. Look at this battery compartment. So this is what I don't like about my Mustang. And I love my, don't get me wrong, I love the ROES Mustang, but this has, just like the Corsair, and well, I don't know. I haven't unboxed the Corsair yet, so we'll see. But the Bearcat has the same kind of battery compartment where you've got all of this room here, and you can put the battery, you know, you can slide it down in a little bit, but there's a strap. You can get the battery under a strap. You can put any size battery you want in here. It's built for, you know, whatever size battery you want to put in it. The Mustang is made for a 2200 3-cell. That's about all you're going to get in it, because unless you start carving on the foam, because it's just a square, you know, semi-rectangle hole in the foam, and you have to jam the battery in that hole, and it's, you know, it's a friction fit. There's no strap. There's no way to hold it in there other than the friction of the foam. So if you want to put bigger batteries in it, then when you go to put a smaller one back in, it's going to be loose. You're going to have to shove some foam in there. It's just a horrible design. You know, FMS used to do that too years ago, and yeah, that's my only complaint about the Mustang. I love the ROES Mustang. It's beautiful, it flies fantastic, but I don't like the battery bay. This has got a beautiful battery bay. I love this. This is awesome. You know, just like the Bearcat, huge compartment, easy to put a battery in it. Just fantastic. Gear doors, you know, we got the retractable gear with, you know, got doors on the front here to close up the front wheel. There's probably half doors on the wing. Yeah, so the outer doors are there, no inners. Normally there would be a set of inner doors that would close up and completely block the tire so you wouldn't see it at all. You know, of course that's going to add the price to the plane, and you know, because not so much in servos. It doesn't have to be a servo design, but just in the fact that you'd have to engineer the little mechanical mechanism to close the inner door with a wire, and you know, just going to add to the price. And you know, so I'm no complaints. Just you know, pointing it out for you guys. I'm doing a little unboxing review here, just so you know what you're getting when you get one. If you buy one of these, no surprises. You know what you're going to get. But just beautiful. God, what a beautiful airplane, guys. Man, I'm excited. I want to fly that. I'm going to fly it this weekend. I really want to fly it. I don't know. Okay, so it has a 40 amp ESC in it, an ROES 40 amper, so that's good. That'll handle a 3 or a 4 cell. So you can fly this with 3 or 4 cell. Should be no problem. So that's awesome. I don't know what motor's in it. I didn't read the specs. Actually, I can read them on the box here if they're on it. Let's see if it says. It's a 3536 850 kV. That's the motor. So 3536 850 kV. 9-gram servos. Prop is a 10.7. And they recommend a 3-cell 2200, but with a 40 amp ESC, it probably can handle a 4 cell. If you're a little conservative on it, I wouldn't go out and fly it wide open throttle the entire flight. It probably will get pretty hot, but you should be okay. So, so there you have it, guys. What an awesome airplane. Been looking forward to this forever. I've been waiting a couple of years now for this plane because I bought the Mustang and Bearcat together, like, well, when they first came out. So it's been at least 2 years ago. And so here's a quick. I can't get it in there right now because but there's a quick top shot, and then a side view. I like the yellow wingtips. This should be very visible in the sky. Just really nice, guys. Really like this. So I'm really happy, guys. Finally got this. It's like I said, I've been waiting 2 years for him to put the Warbirds back on sale again. And he did finally, and I got my 2 extra ones. So I have all the Warbirds now. I only wanted the 4. I really don't want the P-47. I'm not happy that it's only a 980 instead of 1100. It's too small. I'm not going to waste my time with it. I've got plenty of P-47s. I've got like 5 P-47s. I have 3 or 4 T-28s. Let me think. 2 of those. The big one, that's 3. This makes 4. Yeah, 4. So I have 4 T-28s. And I think I already have 5 P-47s. If it was an 1100 millimeter, I'd have bought it. I'd get the 5th one and have one of all of them. But since it's a little small, I'm not going to get it. So anyway, so that's the unboxing, guys. Stay tuned. The build video's coming next. We're gonna work on that here, and that's it, guys. You know the drill. Comments at the bottom. Like me here, like me on Facebook, and we'll catch you on part 2, which will be the build, coming right up. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.